We got the crowd on the wave like it's a stadium. Call me the weatherman, it's about to be a place.
Starting to the top right, starting for the evil geniuses, we have our Zerg player in red. It is
EGJD Lady Core.
And here is fans.
bottom left starts his opponent. Starting for Team Startail, our Terran player in blue. It is
StarTale Hack.
Hack.
no girly fans here.
No.
But he doesn't care. Didn't care in game 1, doesn't care in game 3.
Nope. Doesn't seem to care, man. He wants to make those fangirls sad. He wants to knock Jade on the up and downs.
It's just this mean guy, he wants to see girls cry, that's why he's doing his best. Not because he wants to go in Goddess, like, nah, Goddess, I don't care.
Listen, by the way, look at that Overlord. Look how many eyes he has. I wonder how much he could see with that. I'd love to find out if I had to be a surgery.
Actually, I think that's more liability. What happens if he has bad eyesight? Then he's like 10 glasses.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just poke out the eye, it doesn't work.
What?
Yeah, it's fine. You still have, like, I don't know, like 10 other eyes or something, you're okay.
That sounds like it hurts, man.
Get LASIK, man, it's fine.
LASIK for each eye? 10 eyes or 20? You know,
could be expensive.
Huh?
Could be expensive.
That is really expensive. It's actually really... I'm looking into this because I'm thinking about getting it. But it's in Korea, it's really really cheap.
Yeah, reasonably priced.
Korea is really well known to have like some of the best eye surgeons in the world. And because it's a very standard procedure in Korea, you pay roughly $1,000 to $1,200 if you convert it per eye.
Yep.
Oh no, actually in total.
I have considered this one. My eyesight's not very bad at all. I think you and I have probably about similar eyesight. But my eyesight's not perfect. But
you don't wear contact lenses?
No. My eyesight's not perfect, but...
You know that I will have glasses, right? That I have contact lenses.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I have minus 4.25.
Oh, I didn't know yours was that bad.
I am blind without my contact lenses. Yeah, it is that bad.
For me, my eyesight is decent enough to where I don't actually wear corrective lenses. I used to, and then I decided it wasn't necessary for me, so I stopped. But I thought about it because I'm like, well, it's slight. It could be a slight upgrade for me.
Well, Hack going into gas again, double gas here after the expansion. On Daybreak, of course, a map where we see a lot of Terran players go for Command Center first even. Jaedong, on the other hand, with a normal opening here, but early gas once again at the speed.
Yeah, same gas, but he's shown in the past that when he does this, he normally just goes into a lair with the extra gas, mining with one drone. That one drone usually mines all the 100 gas for himself, he starts a lair, then the extra drones join him. And the drone is a he. Male drone.
Male drone?
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure everybody do that. Oh, sick rescue on that SCV. That's good. Teamwork. That's how you bring an army together.
Look at those
lings. Just disappointed. He's like,
10 Zerglings, 12. Ooh la la.
Yeah, this time he's really going to do the aggression.
Someone wants to be aggressive, yeah.
Lifestyle here. The bunker is a little bit late for Hack too, actually.
And Jaedong's Overlord gets killed. That's of course really annoying, especially when you're in a position when you want to be a bit more aggressive and then suddenly you can't build anything anymore.
Yeah. This is not going to do a lot of damage, I think, with the bunker finishing. It's a little bit late, but he doesn't have the follow-up that you talked about because the Overlord died.
The big question here is just, will he be able to lift the supply depots?
Yeah. And the question is answered with no.
And again, wow. He actually has them on a hotkey. He actually has them on a hotkey. A thing that I've been preaching for ages now. But still, he was not able to make it happen in time.
By the way, the biggest issue of this is not the SCV kills, it's that he scouted the double reactor Hellion build, the 4 Hellion production build, and he killed the reactor.
Yeah. Everything that Hack tried to do in this game just went to hell.
Yeah. Except his Hellions, they just didn't go at all.
Yeah. The Hellions might be surrounded here. He's trying, and he catches one. No! That was close. If those two Hellions died with the Zerglings, I think this game might have been over.
Well, either way, Jaedong knows what's happening now. All he has to do is make spines or a Roach Warren, or both. And
Jaedong is in a beautiful position. He killed 6 SCVs. He forced off mining time. He has the scouting information that he needs. He's in a beautiful spot.
Now Hack has one tech lab on a factory, and the second factory has reactors, so he's going to go into Blue Flame Hellions, that follow-up, but he's also getting a Banshee on a, or getting a Starport on a tech lab for Banshees. I don't think he has enough gas for all of this, to be quite honest.
Jaedong is going for a Spire here, and if
Perfect
he has
response.
Mutalisks and goes in, I think Hack is going to lose too much. Problem for Hack is already that he is way down in economy, that he lost a lot here, and now, what do you expect? You mean, you know, you're Hack, and you see your opponent is going into your base, he sees a double factory, he sees that you want to go for a massive amount of Hellions. So, you expect him not to go into a third base, you expect him to play safe for the time being, but if Hack does not prepare for air units, then he's just gonna die.
You know that he's not going to have an armory and that he's going to have very few Marines to defend. So as long as he doesn't have turrets, you're pretty much going to do damage no matter what. It's the downside, of course, that he doesn't have his third base and he won't be able to get it because Hack's got a Hellion group camping on it. He's going to check here with these lings. Okay, yeah, not that many Marines. He's actually even going to target the Marines specifically in that fight.
Look who is in the main base again.
Again, against that many Hellions to defend, there's actually just no excuse for this.
He could have raised the supply depot and he did.
Oh wow, now he wasn't paying attention to the Hellions at the bottom right. He's going to lose all 4 of them, and the hatchery can be taken from Jaedong.
Things could not go any better for Jaedong here. I'm actually surprised that he goes not straight into Mutalisk.
Yeah, he saw
Fire is
that.
done.
He saw that was the perfect choice. I feel he saw that his opponent had basically no anti-air. But he's going to go into a more Mutalisk-heavy composition with upgraded links to support, it looks like.
Goes into a third first as well. That's where he spends all his minerals now. No Mutalisk, there we go.
He's got a ton of lings on the map still. In fact, 20 of them. He's just using them to control where the Hellions can be. I like that.
8 Mutalisks, map control, supply lead. What else do you need? If he actually just sneaks around the corners of the map with those Mutalisks, he will hit the main base of Hack hard. Hack doesn't have... Oh, there we go. Now he goes with the Earth. Nice. And another 2-trap.
Yeah, he's going to even get the third one probably when it turns. Nope. Splits off 2 lings from the group.
All this goes so well for Jaedong.
Yeah, he's got total control over this game. He's even got an Overlord to spread creep at the third of Hack whenever he wants to try to take that. This Viking, very far from home, is going to actually be here right when the Mutas pop out, just in time to see them and die.
The 3 bases also work so well for Jaedong. He has the 3 bases up a lot earlier than his opponent. Hack does have another command center, but it's going to take quite a while for him to be safe enough so that he can take it. I say it and he actually tries to go for it.
He's also got... Hack has the SCV lead at this point, but he's going to be able to shut this down really, really easily with the lings and the mutas. The base is not going to land. With that Overlord spreading creep, he can't even land if he wanted to. And here comes the first wave of mutas. The Marine count is pretty low here.
Marines are trying to run into a better position. Trying to kill the Overlord.
That's really the reason why he can hold against the Marines, but there's a ling run by at the natural, or at least an attempted one. This is not going to be very effective with the bunker there, though.
Yeah, with hold position he can do a bit, and that's exactly what he does. Hold position, but the Marines are also there. And here come the Mutalists, and they chase that. They chase the command center. They might actually be able to take it down.
I don't think so.
No.
But, you know, with this few Marines, if he actually continues to sim and chase, he can turn around and kill them. They don't have combat shields, so... Did he not start it at all?
Jaedong is already getting his 4th.
No combat shield started.
He might actually have forgotten about it, Wolf.
It starts to seem that way, considering he has
think about how he started into the game. He went for double Hellions. He wanted to go for Hellions, so then he was forced to change his strategy. He does not have combat shields.
He doesn't have a tech lab to make combat shields. No, okay, there he does. He's making another tech lab.
Yeah, I just started it.
But the Mutas in the main base, there's too many of them for one turret. He's actually going to be able to target that down. He actually ignores it and goes for SVs instead because he has enough Mutas. Now that the Thor's here, though, he's got to get out.
Loses 1, 2, loses maybe even a 3rd. He's a little bit wasteful here with the Mutalisk, but still in the supply lead on 4 bases. Infestation bit on his way, ability to go into Hive then.
You just got to be careful not to keep throwing units away for harassment because he lost a few Mutas there, lost several Zerglings in different waves of attacks, and Hack has... You know, we saw it on Antigua. When Jaedong got ahead, he kind of messed up a few of his future attacks, and Hack was able to catch up as a result.
You know, if a Terran player gets those +2/+2 upgrades and the rest, it's can be very dangerous for you. And he has 3 bases, that's the thing. Hack is in a decent position, and with the bunker now already at the 3rd base, sieged up tanks.
As long as he targets those banelings, I don't think this attack's going to do much.
Yeah, if he's able to get a few siege tank shots off against the banelings.
Here we go. The wings actually.
Oh my god, beautiful tank shots. Beautiful tank shots, but the SCVs, he kills 9 SCVs here.
And also a good hit on the Marines too.
In total 26.
That was a really good engagement for Jaedong despite the siege tank firing, just simply because of how he executed it.
But resources lost is once again more for Jaedong because of these tank shots, because those banelings died. So Jaedong is doing well, but Hack is in a position where he can definitely win fights and push forward. And that's
He's got the army composition advantage, he has the army supply advantage, and he is not going to waste any time to put the pressure on JD here.
And Jaedong doesn't have Hive just yet, he doesn't have Infestors, so Hack can take a 4th base here if he wants. As long as his 3rd is still protected by bunkers and 1 siege tank that's sieged up. Run-bys are not going to be successful.
Not at all. This run-by is one of those unsuccessful ones. As long as he targets on the Banes, and yeah, Jaedong's like, well, I'm not going to try it.
Yeah, not going to go in there. And +2 attack is done. +2 armor is now on his way. A drop has been sent to the bottom right, spotted by Overlords.
You know, this one thing that this little run-by for Jaedong that is really cool is that, yeah, he lost everything, he didn't do any damage, but he scares Hack now. Hack had to stay back for a second. This gives Jaedong more and more time to start his Greater Spire, start his 3-3 upgrades. These are little things that he needs to buy time for. He can't actually just hope that he can defend. He needs to do run-bys to draw the fire. Look at this. A trap with the Lings, a catch on the drop with Mutas. Really perfectly executed by Jaedong. Does lose one Muta though. Ooh, 2.
Jaedong has to be really careful here. 2 Mutalisks lost. I actually think that Hack is starting to get farther ahead.
He's got some really nice forward momentum for sure here. The Infestors have to be careful against this many siege tanks, especially with their reduced range right now.
A run by, and does he see it? Does he lift the depots? Is he ready for this? Yes, he is.
But he's only got 1 siege tank on the other side there. That's not going to be enough. He has to send submarines back home. Oh, the Thor and the siege tanks here are a big problem for the Infestors, but beautiful control by Jaedong pulling them back, and he kills all the Marines here.
That's the repair.
If he can trap and sandwich these units, well, this is not the way to do it. He does not want to fight there on the other side of the line of sight blocker. He just threw his advantage away.
Yeah, there was also the Zerglings. They're not getting close to the Marines, not getting in the surface area. Here comes Jaedong, and he drops down in supply immediately.
Yeah, he actually missed his fungals. He wasn't able to get any fungals off on those Marines, and now they're doing the real damage. There's no support for the Infestors. This hatchery will fall. He pulls the drones away. He knows he can't save it.
And Hack already goes into double starport. He wants to be ready for Broodlords. The Greater Spire is done, but this is getting really scary for Jaedong now. He's trying to run in again with a few Zerglings to surround 1 or 2 tanks, but they're just Marines everywhere.
Yeah, Jaedong has fallen down supply rapidly
bad
here.
pathing here too. The Zerglings running into the wrong
Jaedong
direction.
does not have enough army supply to hold this attack. He will very likely fall to this attack. If he doesn't get any fungals, he gets 1, but he needs 2. He does not get the second one. All these drones running away desperately here. Jaedong now down 40 supply. The army supply 106 to 45, more than double the army supply for Hack here, and he's not going to stop. He's checking for this base. There's nothing there. Jaedong doesn't have anything to fall back to here.
He has 2 bases, only 1 of them mining. That's not enough income, Wolf. We have 3 bases for Hack, and he still has mineral patches everywhere. Even with those Broodlords, we already have +1 attack coming up for the Vikings. We have
Raven even coming out here.
Yeah, and we have 3 starports. This guy has 3 starports.
He's going to be totally fine against the Broodlords, and the thing is, Hack doesn't even have to end the game right now. He can wait for these Marines to heal up a little bit more. We have a 2-base Zerg against a 3-base Terran who can take a 4th. He's even making that 4th command cell right now. Jaedong is going to have to hope for a crazy win. He's going to have to hope for the best fungals ever with the Broodlords. It's not going to be something he can win on his own. It's going to have to rely also on Hack's mistakes.
Yeah, that's true. More Vikings are being built, also throwing a few medivacs in there. One of them just finished. And now we have a +3/+3 for Jaedong. Hack has the 3rd attack upgrade, not the armor upgrade just yet. Army supply is still highly in favor of Hack, 125 against 63.
You know what? It's one thing we haven't really talked about too much that's really keeping Jaedong alive by a thread, but it's keeping him alive is his creep spread. He's got always the creep spread under his units. A massive stim here by Hack. He spreads the Marines. There's not enough Infestors here to fungal them all.
4 small force darts in and takes down the Infestor. The Broodlord follows, and those Vikings are on the hunt. The 3rd base is being built, but Job by Medivac. This is not looking good for J-Dog, even with 140 supply. He's losing another investor. The bundle goes off. But is this really something that he can afford?
He can't afford it. He's taking good fights here, but it's not good enough. He needs to crush the army, not trade even. And Hack now takes the 50 spot lead. The Vikings are flying idly by, looking for Brood Lords to kill, but there's none left. The hatchery dies with the drones.
The third is gone again, and yeah, the infestors are there to save the day, but not in time.
GG. Hack takes the best of 3 and will go right back into Code S.
And J-Dong drops in the up and downs. Wow.
What a crazy game we just saw. That was really back and forth, but Hack taking an early lead.
Yeah.
And, you know, once you throw that many units away, I actually don't even want to say Hack took the early lead because that's not even true. J-Dong took the early lead, but then there was this mid-game shift where J-Dong took so many different run-by attempts. Muta flybys, Ling run-bys, did not do enough damage, and as a result, Hack ran with that army advantage, started taking out bases, and won the series.
If you get that third base up as a Terran player, you will have the resources to man up a strong army, and Hack had good upgrades. His macro was absolutely okay. He made all the right choices, got the Thor against the Mutalist, defended well against J-Dog's aggression, and from that on, with the third base economy to back him up, he just pushed out and did really well here. So congratulations to Hack. 2 starter players today advanced to Code S, and J-Dog will play in the up and downs.
Yeah, he's going to have another shot there, but like we discussed earlier, I think that, especially someone who played in only Kesper tournaments in the past, is going to have a bit of a disadvantage in playing against potentially 5 other players in his up and down group.
Yeah, that's going to be really tough. We have so many good players who currently find themselves in the up and downs. It's actually insane. Code A this season was a little bit like the new Code S, and it's not over yet. We have 2 more days for you guys, and I actually think that tomorrow's games are even a little bit more exciting than today's matches. But before we have a look at those, let's see the results of the day.
Yeah, here are the results. We had, of course, Noblesse taking out his teammate DRG in the first best of 3. Boom Boom was able to finally clinch his Code S spot, taking out Yoda in a nail-biting series.
Finally, congratulations to Boom Boom here. Sad for Yoda though. Parting with a 2-0 versus Santa made it look easy and is back where he belongs. And Hack in the last series that we just saw against J-Dong successful with a 2-1.
Yeah, really nice play there in the last game. And here is tomorrow. Oh my god. Byung versus Polt. Baby versus Symbol. And of course, LGIM MVP will face SOS. And to close out the night, we have Younghwa up against Code S champion Life.
Look at all these Code S matches. As I just said, Code A is the new Code S.
There's only one player in there who's not from Code S, and it's Younghwa, the all-killer.
Exactly, the all-killer. Guys, this is gonna be one epic day. If you miss Code A tomorrow, you are insane.
Yeah, like I said before, I don't care if you have finals coming up. Get your priorities straight.
Seriously, you have to tell people today about the matches tomorrow, because I feel like a lot of them don't even know what's coming. I mean, look at this lineup.
I want this to be the top post of Reddit tomorrow. I want this to be at like 15 pages on the LR report thread before the tournament even starts. I want everybody to be tweeting about this.
Yeah.
Hashtagging GSL everywhere and listing out the players, tweeting to everyone about who they think is going to win. I want this to be hyped like crazy.
Tomorrow is going to be epic, and I hope that you all are going to tune in. Today we are done though, and well, once again,
buy those tickets.
Exactly.
Get them. You have an opportunity here. Don't waste it.
The new year starts, and therefore also a new ticket system. And well, guys, check all that out on gomtv.net/ticket. And yeah, we're done for the day. We'll see you back tomorrow at the GSL Code A. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.